All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Everything seems to be working just fine. So let's get down to business. All right, let's see what's going on. Market's green. No surprise given the beats yesterday. FANG delivered. Okay, so it's a nice thought from Australia, but all this does is if Google and Facebook don't reach some kind of an agreement with Australian newscasters, they'll just drop them, which is counterproductive because that will actually diminish traffic to these news sites, which require those visits for ad dollars. So it seems like it's supporting the media landscape, but it's not. That's exactly it. Google's argument is the only way these people make money is on clicks to their content from our search browser. That makes no sense. We're just going to diminish their results. Um, let's head over here. Let's go here. Let's search by symbol. Identified a bunch of So for those of you that have been following along with the different strategies we're running, this one here is an earnings strategy. We did bring this into real money trading, and we have not retired it, but we've pulled it back into paper to get a better assessment as to what it does. So cars did beat on both, so that will be staying on the list for today. So we're going to take it back to paper now that I've found a better scanner to help us find these picks. Cleveland Cliffs beats. CMHI beats. CNSL beats. CNXL beats. Holy crap, all of these guys beat. Beats. Beats. Misses, finally. I was gonna say, are these all gonna beat? Okay, head up here, Pizza G. Beats. Okay, so all of these are going to be in here. So I'll have to watch these for their close today. Okay. Go to top potential tip ranks. So this is the one using tip ranks. When we head over to analyst top stocks. When we started building this out, the idea was that it would be a monthly rotating strategy. We sorted by highest upside, and then I took the top 8, 10, 4, 5, 10. So I took the top 10 stocks, put $1,000 in each, and said, what happens if you just hold this for a month? So we're going to hold this all the way through till the end of August, tracking it daily to see what kind of result it produced. So let's see how we did yesterday. The heck just happened? Hmm. Well, that's unfortunate. All of a sudden, my restream has decided it wants to be a full screen app. Oh man. Okay. Okay. So let's head here and here and get rid of that. And we'll head down here, here. Okay, and hopefully that should work. If you're in the chat, go ahead and type something, and that way I can actually check this to see if it's working. Otherwise, I'll just wait for somebody to pop in. Yeah, it works. Good morning. Okay, perfect. It looks a little small though, huh? Had yesterday's four horsemen go? They crushed it. Google wasn't as strong, but they crushed it, and the market is reacting for sure. All right, and you guys can read that, okay? That's not too much of a pain in the butt. Yeah, they want a better entry. Apple did announce a split though, guys, which was of interest. Okay, let's finish updating these. GNCA. Oh, I don't know. I actually don't know what that does to options that you were holding long. Um, that's a good question. I have no idea. I'm sure they have some way to calculate. Yeah, I'm not sure. Again, guys, I am by and large an equities trader. I am not an options trader. So oh, interesting. Okay. I was stuck with USO equity, not options. So I mean, for me, it was just the same. So, but yeah, that makes sense. Um, all right, so that's that updated. This one is not doing fantastic, but that's why we got a whole month. It's been up by 3. It's been down by 3. Actually, it was up almost 5 at one point. So we'll see how it does at the end of the month here. The shorting strat. So yesterday, we entered 6 shorts: EDSA, CBAT, CanDI, PEIX, RFP. Well, RFP, the reason why this is split is we got 2 separate exit prices on it. So just to be accurate, we put it in as 2 different segments. So there's the equity graph, guys, for this strategy. Our first cash trade was July. Well, before this, they're all paper. But I think this line actually needs to move up. Yeah, no, here was the first. June 16th was the very first um, real money trade on this strategy. This is when we sized up. Polo was our first size up. So, I mean, we are a month and a half in on this bad boy. And we've seen a 92% gain on the portfolio now. Win rate's above 76%. You guys can see this equity graph is tearing away. We did have a bigger loss earlier in this week on Kodak. However, we've already more than made up for that. We're back above. We're really inching towards that 8,000. I would absolutely love to break through this 8,000 today. So let's head over to this and get a feel for what's moving early. There's probably quite a bit moving early given the. Yeah. This is one we've shorted before. ACHV. Yeah, it came back down, but these have to be day plays, right? News. The only news on this is 6 million. Let's see. Is this a split? Is that what's going on? ACHV. Okay, so this is a reverse split. I expect to see that one go back down. So ACHV. Open up the rest of these. Head in here, out of this watch list. ACHV. ZN. ECOR. MOGU. SON. Okay, so that's in there. Kodak was kind of on COVID news. It was on news that they had received a $700 million loan to retrofit their current setup to produce generic drugs, including hydroxychloroquine. All right, let's see what the latest news is. Airbus charged over fraud in Saudi deal, so that'll be worth reading. Chinese-backed hackers target Moderna for vaccine information. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Imagine having a short against it. I had a very similar response. Yeah. Well, it seems like the CEO knew that. What's interesting is we're seeing all these beats, but in the sectors that were open, so in the grocery retailers, the restaurants, it looks like analysts expected them to do better than they did. The estimates on them were quite high because most of these restaurants are having a hard time coming through. Now, there were some outliers, Starbucks and whatnot. Starbucks, Yum, but McDonald's missing, Shake Shack missing. Like it. Hmm. No news here. Uh, we were shorting it that day, and it hit our stop loss in two candles. I couldn't get out of the way. So that's the one on this short strat. See this drawdown here? That's Kodak. This big drop here is Kodak. But I made it back over the past couple days here, so all good. What's up, Jonathan? Okay, let's check this out. We got UK fraud office charges Airbus subsidiary over. So it was a defense contract. It was a military contract. Saudi Arabia. Okay, there's not a lot of details in that. Chinese-backed hackers targeted. Of course, China rejects charges that hackers linked to its government targeting Moderna to steal data related to research on coronavirus. Reuters reported yesterday that Chinese hackers targeted the U.S. biotech firm earlier this year, citing an unnamed U.S. security official. Moderna said it had been in contact with the FBI, was made aware of the suspected information reconnaissance activities by a hacking group. Two Chinese nationals were accused of spying in the U.S., including three unnamed U.S.-based targets involved in medical research to fight COVID. Interesting. I wonder who the other two were. Well, there they are. The two other unnamed medical research companies mentioned were Gilead and Novavax. Very interesting. Okay, so that's the Chinese. China leads virus recovery as factory activity expands for fiscal month. This is good news for industrial. This is good news for the market. Twitter's breach involved phone-based attacks. Yeah, this is a major breakdown here. If people are divulging account information over the phone on Twitter, they need to seriously reevaluate what it is they're doing to protect themselves here. Um, it's a little bit crazy. Amazon's 10 billion internet satellite. Okay, it has one to build and deploy a $10 billion network of satellites to provide high-speed internet service to low-density areas. Tech giant's Project Kuiper is requesting to build a network of more than 3,200 satellites in low Earth, a rival to Starlink, which eventually will offer service from about 12,000 satellites. So this is Amazon trying to cut in on Starlink, which is pretty interesting. Um, but they have approval. So in total, this is going to be 15,000 satellites for internet globally. Spy 330 tomorrow. Why wait for tomorrow when you have today? Just go for it today, Spy. Just hit 330. Okay. Facebook finally securing rights to music videos. I Facebook thinks it can compete with TikTok. That's funny. So, guys, Moderna's had a bunch. Yeah, you mean on Open today? Yeah. Um, Neville resigns from Moderna board. So this is interesting. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Um, so Dr. Elizabeth Nabel has resigned from the board effective today. The board accepted her resignation out of an abundance of caution to avoid any potential of a vet, even apparent conflict of interest on her part or Moderna's part, given that Brigham and Women's Hospital is making final preparations as a site in the phase 3 trial of Moderna's COVID vaccine candidate. Okay, so they already have the deal, and now she's stepping off the board like that. That's a little bit late. Um, the other news with Moderna, guys, that is seriously of note for those of you that are making these COVID plays, is when you head in here and you go to this one right here. So the CMO of the company, Talzax, has over the process of the last 4 weeks legally sold about every share he can. He currently is holding zero. He doesn't want to own any more Moderna. So just a quick question. If you are the chief medical officer, so you're the one that understands what the vaccine is that you're preparing, you understand what it does, you understand how it works, you understand what kind of efficacy you're planning on it. And Moderna's at $80. Do you think you sell all of your stock option? Do you just get rid of it all, or do you hold on to it? Because in my mind, what you would be doing is, if you think you're actually the leader, you would be holding Moderna to 100, 120. Why exit at 80? Really, really stop and consider this, guys. Just needed quick money, right? As a CMO of a biopharma company, I think he's doing all right. This is extremely suspect, guys. Very interesting. They're saying, "Oh well, he never holds stock, so that's fine. That's fine. It's okay. That's fine." Um, hmm. Okay, Walmart memo points to cutting jobs and streamlining. So an employee memo, so this is an internal memo that leaked to the news or leaked to the press or leaked to the outside, leaked to somebody. It's cutting corporate jobs. A move that Bloomberg earlier reported would number in the hundreds of job losses. Bloomberg reports the memo says the company is streamlining some roles so we can be more effective and efficient, while it also plans to create new roles, mainly in supply chain stores and other facilities. The company says it's also enhancing support for affected workers. They'll be paid through the end of the fiscal year, and as they look for new roles. Those taking a new role will get a year of salary protection and this year's bonus. Those who don't will get this year's bonus, transition benefits, and any eligible severance. Okay, so job cuts. This is the corporate side, though. This is not in store. This is not the retailer directly. This is the people working in the offices that keep Walmart afloat and running. Um, okay, ElectroCore. This is one of the ones that I think is moving early, right? Yeah, ECOR. Um, The CEO, CMO, the executives and directors have to disclose that to the SEC. Gamma Core, Sapphire, CV. So apparently, when you get a migraine, you take this mini taser and put it to your neck, and that results in migraines going away. But this is saying they are proving this asthma-related breathing difficulty. I, this isn't a new device, though. This article makes it sound like it's a new device that they've come up with just for COVID, and it's not. It's their existing device. Either way, this is a COVID-idiot. I won't be playing this today, but this is interesting. People are not huge fans. People do not like when you come out bearish against stocks. And I get it. There's a lot of people that have been holding in a bag for a little while, and yeah. Okay, so that's that. Let's head over to, I guess I can leave that ECOR thing up. Okay, so that I'll keep. Okay, keep that article. Is PRPO one of my plays? Nope. PRPO for Scipio. It's up 400% yesterday. Pre-market is down 24%. Yeah, so one of the rules that we have in the short strategy here, guys, is I'm not playing anything that's COVID related. We call them COVIDiots, but I wouldn't touch this because it's COVID related. Wouldn't go near it. Okay, let's head over to the charts here. FDA approved. Anything new? Okay, that's it for that. What else we got? Orphan drug designation. Okay. Stocks that get upgrades. AVGR. Okay. So we'll use those. British American Tobacco Bioprocessing Division is applied awaiting U.S. FDA approval for the COVID vaccine. They're saying this is pretty imminent, so this might actually be a long play. Was BTI? All right. So yeah, that's British Tobacco. They're expecting approval. FDA approves atezolizumab combo for advanced melanoma. Oh, Tecentriq. Okay. So that one, that's not a new drug. That's just a new designation. Uh, FDA approves Tecentriq in combination with Cotellic and Zelboraf. This is the same news. Brighton Rehab says state knew it was using hydroxychloroquine. Oh, this never is a good sign when you can't. I mean, spelling error. Come on, like F7. Just hit F7, man. It's not that tough. This is interesting because this would actually be a decent sample size if they treated, um, if they treated 205 residents with hydroxychloroquine. I'd like to see what the results of that study were, or what the results of that treatment were. Um, Big Sheet, EGLE. 29th, 224, 224. High, 255. Yeah, and even Google did all right. Um, they didn't crush it, but they did all right. Um, so AVGR got an upgrade. They are currently AVGR. Currently 50 cents. Mm. So AVGR is actually looking really nice for. Oh yeah, this is gonna load up with. I forgot that this sends me an email every time there's a notification. Um, so ACHV is just gonna stay on this list because of their reverse split. I just want to keep an eye on everything else here. I should make sure the rest of these are not. There's no COVIDiots in here. So what is MOGU? What's up, Syed? Okay, MOGU, online fashion and lifestyle from China. So this is a China hustle. So that's fine. I'm okay playing that. Zion Oil and Gas is energy. Is this an Israeli company? Zion? No, based out of Dallas. Okay. Sonn, Sonn. Mm, so this is an oncology play, so I'm okay to play this one as well. So the only one that I'm not going to touch is ECOR. It's COVIDiot, so I'm going to stay out of it. In which case I should have got the 4 plays right now. Okay, 8 earnings winners that are going to see an upgrade. Avantor, ABTR. When did these guys get an upgrade? This article's from July 30th, so yesterday. LRCX, PYPL, QCOM, TDUC. Okay, so these aren't really shocking. Like, oh wow, nobody saw that one coming. These are all pretty evident plays. Um, Wabash National gets a price upgrade. WNC. Okay, so there's 2 for that. Okay, so the win rate's going up on this actually. Interesting stuff. Getting it from both sides. The Bears don't like me. The Bulls don't like me. I'm just not a popular guy, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's keep clearing this out. So those are upgrades. Let's go down to, okay, so Solarius. Their public offering went over not so well. SLRX. So this was the Ewing sarcoma one that we played earlier. It's got a massive upside to it, and it's got a great entry on it. Say 300 or 500? 300. So I actually really like SLRX. Novacure, Argex, Melancrot receives a buy. Small upside on this. This is saying it received a buy yesterday. Zacks Equity Research Stock Coverage. Melancrot buy. So Zacks upgraded this to a buy. For those of you that are fans of Zacks. DMPI. Nothing really there. OCGN. OCGN had a wicked fall, guys. OCGN. Where do I go at 7? At 7, I go to coffee. For those of you that don't know, I have a large family, my wife and 8 kids. So I go to coffee with my wife, help her get ready for her day. I then get ready for my own day in the market, prep my trades. I'm not sure if all you guys know Stock Guy or not, but Stock Guy is one of the bigger stock streamers on Twitch. He has a private Discord call that we do every morning. So I'm one of the speakers on that, offering some insight into the biopharmaceutical side of the market. So I do that, and then usually by that time it's around 9:30. So market opens. Um, But yeah, I need that time from 7 to 9:30 to get everything ready for my own trading day, as well as getting my family ready for the day, as well as getting my wife ready for the day. Um, yeah, that's crucial. Get up and get going time for sure. So this is a Q4 play here. What does prepping a trade entail? Okay, so I'll walk you through the process here, guys. So let's say I go here, biopharm catalyst. So I pull this up, okay, and I take a look and I go, what do we have coming up here that looks like it's going to be a potential play? So FTA calendar, pop in here, and what I'm going to do is organize this by price. Um, and I start breaking this down. I start going through them and seeing if there's anything of interest to me. Now, another way that you can do this is break it down by stage. Phase one is typically hit or miss. Phase two is not really great. Phase three is a big deal. If they have great top line phase three results, typically stocks perform well, especially the low cost stocks. So if we go through here, so here's mRNS. Phase three top line data due in third quarter. It's whatever a CDD is. Now, what I do when I'm looking at this, and I go, okay, so phase three, their top line data is expected. This is a smaller company, mRNS. Ganaz, Ganaxolone, Marigold. I don't know what this is. So what I want to do is I want to head over here to mRNS. Marinus Pharmaceuticals. I want to go to their website. Head in here. Science and pipeline. Every biosite will have a pipeline tab to showcase what it is that they do. This gives you a breakdown of where they are and what's going on. So this is to treat seizures. Normal brain function mutations in genes are usually spontaneous de novo occurrences rather than inherited initially. Okay, let's learn about the trial. So this is this. I just keep digging deeper until I understand what the drug is, what the likelihood is. Um, okay, so this is a pediatric designation, which makes it that much more appealing for me. They're creating a medicine to treat a genetic mutation that is affecting children, which is huge. Seizures and behavioral disorders. There are no approved therapies. So this is an orphan drug, and it's an orphan drug designation, and it's a pediatric designation. So those are two big green check marks for me. Um, okay, so what I want to do now is look at what was the ticker on this? MRNS? This is yesterday. This is gonna spike. I really like this now. It's a pediatric epilepsy. I want to get there. I don't care about their stock prices. Um, Here's the one I want. Their data. Phase 2 clinical trial evaluating intravenous ganaxolone in patients with refractory status. Study met the primary endpoint number and patients requiring IV anesthetic within the first 24 hours of initiation of ganaxolone. Median time to the cessation of seizures was 5 minutes. On the safety front, there were 10 serious adverse events, 2 considered treatment related. So there are 10 adverse events, but that can happen with epilepsy. 2 of them were considered treatment related. So 2 of them had to do with the ganaxolone. Um, Drowsiness, hypotension, and sedation were the worst effects. That's not terrible. This is big. This is a big deal. All right, so we're expecting their phase 3 sometime in Q3. So this would be a 6-month play. Currently, mRNS is yeah. I really really like this. So that's kind of my process is I start with the biopharma calendar. I take a look at what's in this phase 3. There's a bunch of them there. You can find your own price point. I play equity. I don't play options on these. So long equity bio play is what I'm looking at. Ovarian cancer, that's another one I'd probably be interested in. But there's a bunch here that I could break down, take a look at, and figure, okay, what are my thoughts on this upcoming pipeline? When is it coming? Top line data due Q4, so this one's a little bit longer out. Q3, um, phase 3, August. So this one's a little closer, OTLK. Um, but yeah, just keeping the eyes on these phase 3 targets as we move ahead is going to be a big one. And the nice thing is the free version of Biopharma Catalyst only gives you the next 150 events. So those 150 events keep things relatively close to you. You don't see plays that are a year and a half, 2 years out. You see things that are going to happen in the next 6 to 18 months, which is ideal for me and what I trade. So this is an orphan drug designation, pediatric designation on child epilepsy. I really like this play, guys, and it's down for some reason pre-market on great news yesterday. So I really like this. Hopefully that gives you a bit of insight into what my thought process is here. Do you care where they operate? It has to be North America. That is not a requirement for me. Um, I've been extremely profitable trading bio stocks this way. So I'm not going to rock the boat. Check out Ontix. Take a look at Ontix. Canova Therapeutics, advancing late-stage study of Rigodaserb in MDS. So this is chemo-resistant cancer. Interesting. People are saying that the YouTube chat isn't coming through. Hmm. Yeah. So I only trade in U.S. bio. That's it. Um, Just want to clear these out now so I'm not sitting on a pile of Stockwoods notifications later today. Okay, so this continues to be news. The Pfizer BioNTech. So Pfizer's going after Japan. AstraZeneca's going after Europe. No, AstraZeneca's going after the UK. Sanofi's going after Europe, specifically France, but expanded outwards as well. I imagine Merck will probably help Germany out. They all want a little piece of the U.S. market if they can get it, but Moderna seems to have their hooks in. Uh, Gilead as well, which is interesting. Gilead's kind of dropped off everyone's radar. What was that? mRNS, right? That was the. I really, really like mRNS. Okay. This list is coming down. They're deflating a little bit. There's Talping from yesterday, guys. Kodak's down another 14%. Celos down 12%. It's always encouraging for me when I see the shorts from yesterday on this list. Kia's got a lot of pre-market volume going on. Okay. Let's head over to Koifin and see what else we've got coming down the pipeline here. Top news. French GDP drop, contracting 14%, Eurozone 12%. On paywall and Chrome. Okay, apparently it doesn't do anything. So let's look at Tahoe. Okay, so that's kind of cool news for them. Adel, let me take a look at it. ADIL. Oop. ADL Pharmaceuticals, EMA nod to include pediatric patients, so this is good. Their inclusion of pediatrics is a big deal. Sweden and Estonia, so it's more treating Europe. I'd be more interested if it was in the US. It is a COVID play, kind of. I'd be less concerned with their COVID, though, and I'd be more focused on their pipeline. So, um, ADL Pharmaceuticals. Addiction medication, alcohol addiction. So this is interesting. This is an alcohol drug. This pipeline for me, I don't really understand why they would get a pediatric designation now. I signed up for the inclusion of pediatric patients. Oh, okay, I get it. Underage drinking. Um, so it's not awful. Alcohol abuse is definitely a thing, especially after COVID. It's going to be a thing. Um, This is just the EMA signing off on this, not the FDA though. So this is a European play more than a US play. Now I imagine to get approval in the EMA, they'll move forward to an FDA, and that FDA will open up the US market. That's going to get more potential. With this stock somewhere around the $1.89 mark right now, I would say over 12 months, possibly, I would see this around $4, depending on what they do with their market offerings and splits. Um, so not a, I mean, it's 100% upside to it, but not a massive mover. Um, FAS. 3x leverage ETF. I won't touch it. Won't touch it. These 3x leverage ETFs, guys. So what I would rather do is go in here and say, okay, FAS 3x bull holdings. I want a breakdown of what's in FAS. Okay. So let's crack open the prospectus and see what's actually in here. Oh shoot, I didn't want to close that. Okay, top 10 holdings in the index. So it's a financial bull. Oh, fetal alcohol syndrome. No, AUD. Sorry. Here I am breaking down an entire ETF. I don't need to. No, FAS is fetal alcohol syndrome. The pediatric designation on that would be for something altogether different. This is AUD. So AUD is the those who have five or more alcoholic drinks every day of their life. So pediatric designation in this case actually just allows them to study from the age of 12 to 17. So anybody under the age of 18 is considered pediatric designation. So that's why they had to get it. In most cultures globally, you see drinking start around 12 or 13. And we're not talking intense drinking, but drinking does start into their late teenage years. We see drinking increase. There are definitely cultures that have increased alcohol dependency. This would be big in Africa. This would be big in sections of Canada, sections of the US. Pretty much every country has areas that are directly affected by um, alcohol abuse. That's what this is targeting. But they don't have an FDA approval process. It's just the EMA that they're working with right now. So they're tied almost entirely to Europe. Waiter continues to just go. Yeah. Yeah, I've looked at iBio in the past. It is a play that I was bullish on. However, when it became all about the COVID, I pulled away from it. Um, this is big news. It joining the Russell was big news for it. Um, they're not one of my COVID picks, um, but they got into the Russell by whispering COVID, so that's not terrible for them. Um, See, the big issue is there was kind of no news on them until yeah. So look at this. There's a massive jump from 2015 to 2017, um, and then there's nothing again until 2018, which is just more reverse splits and biodegradation. 2019 August. This is printing of lung cells for treatment. That's August of 2019. Another equity offering. This is speculation in January that it might be involved in COVID. So they moved pretty far away from their major pipeline. My issue is what happens if they aren't part of the solution. All of this time and effort that they have dedicated into COVID could actually come back to bite iBio pretty hard. They have a hard track record of they have a hard track record of share offerings. So we go over 10 years, you'll see that they have spikes, right? Up to 32, back down to $4. $9.77 up to 260, down to $1.17. It's down to 30 cents at one point, 120. I would just be cautious with this. If you're holding a long position, either in equity or a call, be very, very cautious with this. They have a propensity to go into share offerings. Um, AVI Bio doesn't make a bank on this. Expect a market offering and then to decline again. That one comes with a large red warning label for me. Okay, so Japan and Hong Kong did not like the news on the US economy. China liked it. India did not. London and Paris are worried about their own economies. So that makes sense. Yeah. Yep. That for me that's a solid way to play that. Side would be really consider when the news is going to drop. If you think that they're going to be a player, be ready with the trigger on it because it'll be quick in and out. Yeah. Privately owned medical company. This is just a PR newswire here, guys. This is readily available to anybody. This is just a quick, like, drinking from the fire hydrant approach to getting every piece of news that's out there. Some of it's relevant, some of it's not to the market. So don't expect it to all be financials, but you can occasionally find something that slips by others. Yeah. Sanoa and Kindi were two that we were in. Here's a complete breakdown of all the shorts that we've done. Myself and Martini Rita. So last week, I remember we looked at Sanoa. So far this week, GNCA, Mara, Riot, UMC, Kodak, SBPI. We usually do anywhere from 4 to 6 a day on shorts. Longs, we've got standing positions and a bunch of stuff. I have a portfolio that's holding. Gotta relaunch my portfolio here. I guess I can operate my tip update my tip ranks now. I should have access to my. So I have holdings in about that's 8. That's another 8, so 16. Like about 20 positions in my own personal long-term portfolio. Um, Okay, I just want to make sure that I've got this all updated. So MBRX, I'm holding. Okay, so it's 1,050 of this. Um, I've got 100 here of OCGN, but in reality, it's 700. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, melon crop's there. Just want to make sure there's nothing else small holding in the USO. Yeah, I can. So let's go here. Let's go here. Okay, so my scanner setup is here. Percent gainers, unusual volume, active stocks, things on uptrend. Um, I've got my running watch lists. There's several different watch lists in here that I track. Um, this doesn't really need to be here. I don't really use this one. This is a breakdown of mortgage lenders. This is a potential play in real estate that I'm working on. Big sheet. So this is when I want to look at a single stock in greater detail. What I've got on this chart here, guys, is you'll see the SMAs. It's 50, no, 38, 200, and 100 are the three SMAs. So the red is a 38-day SMA. This one here is 100-day. This one here is 200. Candlestick patterns, everybody's pretty much used to that. Volume indicator, RSI, and the RSI is 70-30, as you guys know. So over 70, it's going to mark it red. Under 30, it's going to mark it green. And then this is a MACD with a 15-30 period and a 9 trigger. So this gives me a quick snapshot. I know to just look at this and get a feel for it. I don't really trade on technicals. I trade on FA, but I use technicals to confirm what I'm seeing. So if I suspect that something might be a massive pump, so we go to something like Kodak, for example, right? What I'm expecting to see on Kodak is this massive red pump, indicating that this thing is at either heading into all-time highs or it's seriously overbought. Now, you can see here this massive drop on the MACD. Sentiment went from being very bullish on it to all of a sudden being extremely bearish, which indicates to me that this downward trend on RSI is expected to continue. This could be a potential short down into that $20 range. This isn't even all of it. So I've got my scanners to pull my stuff. I've got my watch list to watch what's going on. This is a 6-screen setup. Short strat when we're trading 4, it's this earnings. This is for me to just check the earnings plays for the day that we're tracking inside one of the strategies. More shorts. I like to keep up trending news alongside the SPY and then the 6 shorts that we're holding. So all kinds of different setups for different things. Oh, Aiden, that makes sense that you're super delayed, and I'm only seeing that now. But that totally makes sense. Yeah, so those are the setups, and then on top of that, I'm currently managing one, two, three, four, five, six different strategies across spreadsheets as well that I track. So pretty busy stuff, but it's all for a good cause, let's say. Sorrento Therapeutics just got a buy rating. SRNE. Okay, so XS, VRTX, and INPI. Axis, IN. Um, so the big ones for me, if you're going to be looking to short stocks, would be setting up the scanners. So set up these two scanners and use them in conjunction. So the unusual volume scanner across all US stocks and percent gainers daily across all US stocks. Set those two up. This is the one that you initially pull from, but check here to make sure that the volume is there, especially average volume. Be wary about this. Um, those would be the first key indicators. Now, as far as when you're trading it, volume is a big one to watch. So here are the ones from yesterday. Volume is a big one to watch. When you see decreasing volume, you know that the stock is going to start to show that decline. When you see increased spikes like this, there's huge opportunity for you to just get blown out. So um, again, you can see from 10 a.m. Volume kind of decreases, it goes with it, back up. Volume decreases, it goes back down. Huge spike, volume decreases. So that's like a 10-minute delay. Yikes. But yeah, this is when I'm trading shorts, I keep it super simple. Volume and price movement. That's it. Fury, what's up, man? Um, so SRNE, there was another one. What was it? VRTX. Not too much, my man. Not too much. All right, let's see here. What else we got dropping? Hmm. Yeah, no, I'm open about it. I regularly show my portfolio just to stay honest. So let me go here because it does me no good for me to just tell you guys. So here are my RDSP holdings. There's about 2.5K in there. My US margin book cost was 22,000 in there. My US margin was has got about 8 grand in there. So probably a little bit over $30,000 in total in the market. Now, with that being said, Fury, when you head over here, the whole goal this year was to start with 3 grand and grow it to 50 grand in a year. So, start of the year, opened up a Canadian margin account with 3 grand, and that's what we've been trading. I set the targets for the year. Currently, we are at the end of July, and I'm actually up over this number now. This doesn't include my options portfolio, which is a little bit smaller. It's got about 500 bucks in it, but I don't typically trade options. I'm more of an equity trader than an options trader. So, um, yeah, it's definitely not rude. I think most traders that are worth their weight are going to show you that, or at least give you some inclination as to what they're doing. Yeah, yeah. So far this year, I've turned 3,000 into 30. Um, Now, the initial target was to break through 50,000 by December. I reevaluated that goal last month and said, 50,000 is probably going to be a little bit too low of a bar to hit. So I upgraded the target to try to aim to go from 3,000 to 100,000 in a year. Um, we'll see. Next month, I got to make 8 grand somewhere. So we'll see how that plays out. But little by little, little by little. Big winners on the year for me so far have been Space, Waiter, BMY, Merck, and then there's just a bunch of little ones along the way. MFA, there's a bunch of them. Couple of bio plays that paid off really well. Yeah, CLK 20 shorts. What I'm trading. Yeah, so MFA is actually the start of my Divi portfolio. Their dividends were fantastic, so I'm looking to continue on that dividend run with them. Um, yeah, space I like. I'm not familiar with JMIA. iBio, I gave you that warning, and I'd give that warning to anyone on iBio. They put a lot of weight into their COVID, and if they don't hit it, they don't hit it. E-commerce platform in Africa. I don't trade the African market, especially with a European-based company. So European-based company trading in or servicing the African continent, I wouldn't trade this. And just because I don't see a lot of security in the African market yet, maybe once that free trade agreement is settled, and we see, I think it was 30 states that are signed onto it. Once everybody's ratified it and it's finally in action, so probably 2 years out, the African market for me will become a little bit more appealing. But trading on the U.S. exchanges, a European-based company that's servicing Africa, it's you see how that's like too many middlemen for me. It's too disconnected. I'd rather trade a U.S. company in the U.S. market. Sometimes I'll break and do Canada, but yeah, that's sick. I never want to offer you guys any financial advice. You guys need to make your own decisions. This morning call is more about teaching you guys how to do your own due diligence, how to come to your own decisions. So my better question for you, Fury, and I know that this sometimes just kind of grates people, but um, why do you think having 750 to 1,000 in MFA at an average of below $3 would be a good goal? You're only asking the question because you think that might be potentially a good play. I'd love to hear your thought process on it, and then I can actually just give you my ideas on your thought process. I have my own understanding of MFA and what my thoughts are on it. Like I said, I do have holdings in it. Um, CHMI would be one I'd look at for sure for my divvies. Okay. So yeah, I would challenge yourself. So before you ask, don't come on to. And I know this sounds counterproductive, right? This is me telling you to just ignore guys like me. But essentially, opinions of anybody on the internet are just opinions. That old adage that opinions are like assholes, everybody has one. It's exactly what you get with stock traders. I've got an opinion that's different than the next guy, that's different than the next guy, that's different than the next guy. ultimately, you just need to learn to filter those and come up with your own decision, which is why I encourage people to, when they ask a question, first evaluate the question of, what do you think about having this in this position? Well, clearly you think that that's a good idea because you wouldn't be asking me otherwise. So why do you think that's a good idea is a good way to go through that. Um, yeah, I mean, um, we call that Dennis Learyitis. There's no cure for it. You're just stuck with it. Um, Yeah, I would definitely take a deep look at it. MFA does come with a lot of inherent risk. They are an REIT heading into a potentially collapsing or shrinking real estate market. Now, they are, when you do due diligence, you're going to see that MFA is largely New York based, and that's to their strength. That's an asset. New York will, for the most part, remain pretty much stable, despite people moving out to suburbs. But airline stocks. I'm a huge fan of Warren Buffett. When Warren Buffett says that he is out of an industry, that makes me want to take a very serious look at it. And when I looked at airlines, all I see is damage and bleeding and severe bleeding. So I think privatized air is going to do a lot better coming out of this. Small private jets, private flights. I think that's going to do a lot better. So if you can find firms and companies that operate in that area of it, fine. But as far as the big boys, guys like Boeing, guys like UAL, guys like Love, I'm bearish on them. All your equities in residential REITs. So a residential and a commercial REIT are two different things. So, and that's one of the reasons why you don't have to. Yeah, I wasn't sure if there were any that had it. I think that there may be some of the major airlines that have private subsidiaries. Yeah, Yeah, so for airlines, the only sector that I would be super bullish on are the ones that have the ability to do small private flights. So in Canada, that would be something like Porter, but I'm thinking even smaller in Porter, where Porter's still 100 person. With Porter, what they're having to do is like stagger the rows because there's only the two rows. So they're staggering the rows and they're at half capacity on the planes. Whereas with a private jet, you book it and you say that everybody in the plane is going to be 6 feet apart. They only really hold 8 to 12 people, anyways, for the most part. So for you to space 8 to 12 people across the plane isn't ludicrous. Um, yeah, if you're gonna hold for 15 years, you'll be okay. Um, in my opinion, uh, CCL, man, they're back down to 14. If CCL drops to 10, I will buy. Yeah, we're totally 6 feet apart. Exactly. On a private chartered plane, like when they land and they ask, "Oh, were you all 6 feet apart the entire time?" Oh yeah, absolutely. We were all 6 feet apart at all time. That's awesome, Syed. It was great to have you here, man. Thanks for the sub over on YouTube. I look forward to seeing you around, man. Rest up, take it easy in that market today. Stay green. What's my average for MFA? I've got to convert it because it's in Canadian dollars. 302. I got a 302 average on it. I'm all right with it. Again, when I enter position, guys, I'm looking at it going, okay, where do I see this stock Where do I see it valuated? And for me, I see it at $7 or $8, and I'm not looking to sell it. I'm looking to hold it. So I might look to average down on it at year end, but my assets are tied up in some pretty big plays. So until I see those plays come to fruition, I'm not going to shift any more funds into an REIT. I am largely an equity bio player, so I probably won't go any deeper into REITs or real estate plays until end of year when I get the capital building. So nope. No, MFA is part of a divvy play, and I haven't put together a divvy portfolio. Right now, my target for the year is this. Dividend play was not in this year's targets for me, so I'm not really looking at that. When does Q3 end? January, February, March, April, May, June. So I gotta be at 32K by the end of October to hit my initial goal. Oh, the Tesla shuttle's coming back. Cool. That's gonna be good news for space, boys. I did not yet fix my audio, Martini. I honestly don't know what the deal with it is. I tried playing around with it. Let me try this. Okay, can you guys hear anything now? Is there anything that's coming through this at all? Did you just have a Did I just have a seizure? Yeah, divvies is a great play. If you're a young portfolio builder, it's a great play. I'm gonna hop into Discord here and see if I can't get. Um, oh man. Um, Rita, I'm in live stream. We can try to see if I fixed it or not. Let's see if they can hear you. No, it's not lighting. Oh, it just doesn't light up at all. It's a real pain. I don't understand why it does this. Yeah, I do. I mean, I definitely want that ability. Okay, so let's see here. Add audio output capture. Audio output capture. I mean, is this going to work if I put this in? Try talking now. No, Tesla is amazing. Okay, so that didn't work. And does this one work? No, no, it's all broken. Doesn't work. I'll get AJ to fix it later. But for those of you that can't hear, Martini is on voice. and she's losing her mind because Tesla could potentially be making a COVID play. Because of course, right? Like, of course, Tesla's making a COVID play. Kind of scary, huh? I'm not in Tesla, so I don't know how I feel about that one until I actually break down what it's talking about. Now, um, this smells like more of a political play because it's a tie to Germany where they're trying to get more approval on deforestation for solar, right? So if they're trying to ally themselves closer to Germany in order to get more favors down the road for deforestation to build gigafactories, then um, I I think it's a five head play again. Am I more inclined to think that Musk has a five head political play happening here than Tesla's a scam? Yeah, I am. Oh, not Nikola. Okay, Fury. Nikola is a often discussed, never loved, giant flaming piece of dog turd that comes up frequently. So my thoughts on Nikola are this: they have no infrastructure built. They have no domestic factories built for the market they're looking to serve. They were a great buy up to the pump. If you got in down here, I know Colonel's kicking around chat. He was in around this $12 mark. If you rode this up to 65, good on you. But from this point on, guys, I've got this priced at $20 over the next 12 months. Rita's got this thing down at 10. It doesn't have the infrastructure, doesn't have the market. They're competing against businesses that are already well established in the industry. When Volvo or Tesla are claiming that they're going to be the kings and no new players can enter the market because they're just going to crush them into the dust. That's there. There's a very similar companies coming out in the EV trucking capacity. I actually like Shell a lot better, SHLL. If you're going to take a look at another potential stock in that industry that you might want to look at, Shell for me is a stronger buy. This is one that I actually have up at that 25 mark over 12 months. So you'll see that it had an initial spike around the same time as Nikola, so riding that EV glory train. Then it came back down, but you'll notice that the decrease isn't really that bad. Up to 27, back down to 19, and now it's stabilizing around 20. I think Shell's actually in a really good position where they actually have a product that converts existing diesel over to a fuel cell powertrain. Uh, well, it doesn't. Yeah, they replace the current powertrain with a fuel cell powertrain, and that works in conjunction with the diesel engine, and that switch operates on AI. So I actually prefer this to a company that's saying, well, we're going to build all these trucks and we're going to crush the Tesla truck that's coming out. We're going to crush the Volvo truck that's going to come out. Shell actually has partnerships with some pretty large trucking companies already. Peterbilt, Mack Trucks. There's a couple other ones. So for me, Nikola is no bueno. For me, this one is the better of the two. Tesla is the best of the three. Volvo is a European play. I don't play Europe, so I'm not interested. But that's kind of my insight into that sector. Merc beats, attaboy. Okay. So, guys, I will give you guys a quick breakdown here of why Tesla is going to be doing their bio. Okay, so Tesla is Tesla. Oh, let me open the article here so everybody can see it. Okay, Tesla has filed a joint patent with CureVac for COVID-19 vaccine research. Okay, what's not important is the vaccine research. What is important is where the vaccine research is going to largely take place. So as you read through this, I don't care about that. It's an RNA bioreactor, so they're working on an RNA vaccine. Where is CureVac is a company that's based in Germany. Okay, so right now you've got AstraZeneca that's essentially being bought up by the UK. You've got Gilead and Moderna being bought up by the US. Pfizer looks like Japan is going to ally themselves with Pfizer. China's coming up with their own. Russia's coming up with their own, but the EU currently hasn't really had a major designate that it's moving forward with. Sanofi a little bit, but it's not locked in stone. So here's an option for a massive economic union that hasn't really settled on which company it's going to use yet. So Tesla's coming in. Now, Tesla and Germany, if you search this, you're going to see that Tesla. So talks about Tesla and Volkswagen, talks about cheaper hatchback models for the Tesla being sent out to Germany. Gigafactory in Berlin. Here it is. This is the big one. Okay. Tesla's not allowed to use autopilot ads in Germany. Wants to get around that. Let's see here. Where's the So here's what the Gigafactory is going to look like in Germany. But in order to do this, guys, this current area that you're seeing this model built on, he's going to have to get rid of 40 to 60 acres of forest to build this thing. And suffice it to say that a more eco-leaning socialist country like Germany isn't directly open to businesses coming in and deforesting 60 acres of forest to put up a gigafactory. Um, so, um, yeah, that this is the play. I think Tesla is aligning itself with CureVac, which is a German-based biopharmaceutical. Uh, there's hair. Hair can help me out here. I think this is Elon Musk's attempt at a political olive branch to say, you guys need help with COVID. I need help with Gigafactory and auto drive approval in Europe across the EU. Let's, one hand washes the other. Let's make this happen. That's the play. That, in my mind, that's what I see. Now, there are a lot of people that follow Tesla much closer. There's a lot of people that follow Germany much closer or are Germans. They could probably give you a little bit deeper insight. However, I'm talking to both of you at the same time. I appreciate that. I'll get AJ to help me with my voice meter sometime today. Oh yeah, definitely, Hair. I'd love to see that. Rita, you want to see a video of the current progress on the German Gigafactory? Hair dropped a link in my Twitch chat. Wait, is this? Oh, I can't watch this on stream because it'll demonetize my video. I can't. I gotta watch it here off stream. Settings. I'm gonna speed this up though. Let's play this back. 2 times playback. Go. I wish they had it. Because this is somebody else's property. This YouTube video. If you show another person's video, they can lay a claim to your video. Mm, Yeah, I know. I've lost a copyright claim in the past on this. If you show more than 7 seconds, you have to give up the monetize. Um, you don't give up the monetize. The video stays monetized, but you give them the money. Um, so just to avoid that, I'm not going to do that. I'll watch the Gigafactory being built off screen. Um, yeah, I try to keep it sub 7 seconds. Anything under 7 seconds, I've never had an issue. So I just keep it under 7 seconds, and but this Gigafactory thing is 10 minutes long, so I'll just watch it in the background. That's okay. I'm okay with that. We got a grizzly bear this morning on stock twits. This gentleman is not happy that I'm bullish on a stock that he's bearish on. Actually, I took it from both sides today, Rita. It was bad. The bears don't like me because I'm bullish, and the bulls don't like me because I'm bearish. I, AVGR, I was bullish on it. It got an upgrade and it got an FDA approval. So I popped in to say, this looks pretty good actually over the next 6 to 12 months. And a bear on there popped up right away and was like, "Screw you, man! You're pathetic, you penny stock flipper, you." I'm like, okay. And then first thing this morning, I listed all of the early pump and dumps, saying these are pump and dumps that I'm eyeing up for short, and I'm bearish against them. And people right away were like, yeah, this guy here, LMFO. You'll get at lubeless if you fuck with one of the killer positions you short POS. And it's like, okay, uh, both sides. You can't win them all, am I right? Anyways, guys, that's it for me today. It is 7 a.m. I am out of here. Have an amazing day. Stay green in the market. Finish off the week strong. Hopefully, this was helpful for you guys. If you're not already doing that, follow, subscribe thing. Do that. I'll be back Monday morning, 4:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, take it easy. I will see you next week. Later.